Today's adventure begins with a familiar journey down the A9, and the weather conditions were not looking ideal. It had been really mild the past couple of days, but I stopped next to today's hill just to scope out what the conditions were like at the top. I think if anything, the conditions were actually getting worse, so I decided to put the waterproofs on from the start. With all the recent snow melt, the rivers were in spate, but luckily there was no river crossings today. Well, that was a bit of a wet and miserable start to today's video. The forecast was definitely not as expected. I was expecting a little bit of cloud and some blue skies. So today is going to be my final hike of 2021, and by the time you're watching this, it's probably going to be 2022. So happy new year and happy hiking for the rest of the year. So today I'm just getting a little bit of exercise. There's no Munros. You might already know where I'm heading, so put it in the comments if you do know. And I'm basically just trying to burn off some of that extra calories that I've eaten over Christmas. So I'm going to crack on with today's walk before that rain starts again. Once I started gaining some height, I made it into the clouds, where the views disappeared from here to the top. There we have it, the top of today's hill, the Soul of Athol. And it's 808 metres high, which makes it a Corbett. One of the easier Corbetts, because you start at about 400 metres. As you can see, the views are not great from here. Definitely not as expected. I chose a Corbett because I thought I'd get below the cloud level, but it was not meant to be. Also, the Munros had a forecast of about 60 to 70 mile an hour winds. And it must be about 30 to 40 miles an hour up here. So I don't think I'm going to hang out for long here. I think I'm going to make my way back down. So I didn't make my way down quite yet. I decided to hang around for a little while. And luckily, it cleared. While sitting here on this dark and dreary December day, it was hard not to think back to some of the amazing adventures I've had in 2021. And just reflecting on 2021 as a whole, well, it was fantastic. And I'm excited already for the adventures of 2022. The long summer days spent hiking in the Scottish mountains. So sometimes it does pay off to wait and see if it's going to clear. And luckily it cleared a little bit, so I'm getting some views to eat my lunch to. And the view here is down the Dromoctor Pass, which some people might say is not the most inspiring of views, with the A9 cutting right down the middle, but any view is better than no view at all. And I've actually completed all the Munros you can see behind at the start of this year, and I actually quite enjoyed them. They make for a nice easy day out, and they're nice rolling hills, nothing too difficult about them. We've had a mild spell the last couple of days, but I dare say when the snow comes back onto these Munros, I'll tackle them again in winter conditions. So that's enough gabbering on here. I better start making my way back down to the bottom. Oh, well, thankfully I'm out of that wind and I've got some cover now. But that was an enjoyable day. Sometimes it's not always about the hill that you're going up, but it's just good to get out there and get some fresh air and some exercise. So hopefully in the next video I'll bag a new Munro at the start of January. So that's it for this video, and hopefully you'll join me for some more Munros in the next one.